And I have to say now in retrospect, a lot of that show is based off of my father and who he was. And you know what I mean? Like, so it was the first time we were really addressing the issues publicly. And, you know, from him just watching it, it's like all the arguing and bickering on that show, like that's not really who I was as a person, right? Like as a mob daughter or my mother being a mob wife, like you don't, like life is just different. It's like more family oriented. And even though like the men in our lives went out of the house and they were criminals or whatever they chose to do outside the house, when you came home, it was like family oriented, right? So I don't think he liked a lot of the arguing and the fighting. Like to him, it was petty. And, you know, like he said, you are such a, like, you coming back to New York is such a bigger presence than you having to argue and fight with women on a show. Like you've taken life by the horns basically and like came back, and it's like you don't have to prove you're tough or, you know, but when you're caught up in the moment on a reality show and everybody has their opinion, it kind of fuels its own fire. So Families of the Mafia is a totally different direction. It's like we're actually digging deep into the family, and it's a multi-generational story. So, you know, my father is who he is and he's able to tell his story. His experiences has created some of my situations in my life where I'm telling my story, and now it's like, where does Karina take that? And that's the third generation.